This is going to be my little disclaimer that I actually haven't scripted this video at all whatsoever, so let's hope I don't ramble. This video we are going to focus on finishing off SALA and giving my Studio Mo brand a glow up. So hi, welcome back to my new desk setup. I'm sure you might have noticed in the last video I was filming on my bed, and that is because I had sold my old desk and was waiting for this perfect new one to arrive, and I am so pleased with it. So it is half the year been and gone, which means 6 months of Studio Mo, and I've had a bit of time to reflect on my brand and my business and kind of what goals I had in mind for this time of the year. And I really think it's time to give my business a little bit of a revamp, a little glow up if you like, give it a refresh with all of the things that I've learnt and make it look a little bit more professional. As I said when I was creating my website and my Instagram and all those sorts of things, it's better to get it started. We can always make it perfect later. And I think it's time to work on it again and make it look perfect. Step 1 of the little glow up. We're going to glow up my website. So the first part of that is obviously finishing off the SALA collection. This is due the end of July, so I really only have about 1 month to get it done, and I do want the pieces to be scanned before I hang them up in case I want to create any prints or reproductions of any sort, and it's also a bit of a way that I can archive the work for myself as well. As I'm sure you can see behind me, I haven't even finished piece 1 yet, and I was planning to do 6. I really don't think that's going to come together in time. Clearly, I had higher hopes than the time that was presented to me, but that's okay. I think I'm going to minimize the collection and use some of my existing drawings to kind of beef up the installation a little bit, and we're just going to finish off this first piece and do 2 more smaller illustrations. So I'll go into what I have planned for those illustrations and how the collection is going to look as a whole. So that's the SALA collection, or what I'm going to be calling on my website the T collection, as opposed to my Cool collection, which are my original 6 illustrations that I completed at the start of this year. And then of course I have the Daisy collection, which is just the leftover bits and bobs I did for the limited run for the Galway Festival. I'm happy with how my website came out originally, and to be honest, I'm still fairly happy with it, but because it was an exhausting day getting it launched initially, I do think there are some areas where I kind of just put something in so it was there and knew that one day I would come back and have another go at it. So for example, all of the descriptions of the works are really minimal and there's no real storytelling or anything like that. I think it just could all use a bit of more structure and yeah, more storytelling and showing you really what the works are all about. So that's why I'm narrowing down on these collections. The first step of my glow up is to create 3 new pages on my website, which are going to be what I'm calling journey pages for each of the 3 collections. So for the core collection, it's going to go through in order as you scroll down each piece of work and tell a story about what these drawings are, what they mean, how they might make you feel, and all that sort of stuff, just to show really what I was aiming for whilst I was drawing this collection. The next journey page will be on the tea collection and going through more of the sciences of what they mean and how there's this beautiful healing capability of tea that I was talking about in my last video. So that's what the tea journey page is going to go through. And the other thing that I want to add onto the tea collection is some more accessible pieces. I think my prints, whilst they're really good quality, they're printed here in South Australia by a husband and wife team, and they are truly, they look like originals. I'll show you some photos. They are fantastic quality prints and the paper is beautiful. They are a little bit on the pricier end of things. I think when you're buying a reproduction piece of art like that, it is just going to run up the price a little bit. But I really want, with the tea collection, just like tea, it's very accessible to everyone. So I want to make some pieces that are very accessible. Finally, the last journey page will be on Daisy, and it'll probably go on a little bit of her history and how Luke and I came to own her and how beautiful she is and the journey that she's going to take us on. Yeah, that is my current plan for the website. Basically, these 3 journey pages are what I'm going to focus on. I'm also updating all of the photos. I said to myself that I would not use AI in any of my works, but I have found a photo editor that will remove the background on your drawings really nicely and put more of a studio background behind it. And to be honest, I really like that look, and I think it will look really great on my website. So unfortunately, I am using AI for this little glow up, little stab to the heart, but I'm just not good enough at photo editing by myself, so I guess this is where it can be helpful. Finally, the last thing with my website, obviously these journey pages will help me knock down on the descriptions for each of the drawings, so they will be updated as well. The last bit of this little studio mode glow up is of course social media. I think the website revamp in and of itself is going to create plenty of social media content, so I'm really going to use that to boost my social media and show my brand through. So obviously all of the product photos can be used on Instagram and even TikTok as their little photo dumps there. So I'll be doing that, which will make my actual drawings really visible. I find it so easy to fall down the reel path and trying to hit the algorithms right and get that all going, and then I actually neglect the artwork themselves. So every time I go to show someone a photo of my work and I go on Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't find a photo to show you, hold on, let me find one. So we are going to do a bit of a revamp there. And I think what I do also need to learn is that maybe not every reel needs to be posted on my front page. Some of them can just sit in the Reels section. I don't know if that's going to change the algorithm in any way. I might have to do a bit of research into that as well. But whilst we're here talking about social media, I just want to give myself a little props. I finally reached over 100 Instagram followers, which is crazy. I know that seems like completely abysmal to a lot of people, but this is an account where none of my friends or anything follow it. I have a few family members that know that I have it and they're following it, but mostly it is strangers or people that I've met once or twice that follow me, and I think that's really exciting to grow a committed little following and people that just generally appreciate my work and are excited to see it pop up on their feed. So thank you. And I have also reached 40 TikTok followers. I know, I'm TikTok famous. It's just, what can I say? No, I think it's really exciting. I think it's as exciting as getting any new subscribers here on YouTube. It's crazy to think that people are out there connecting with me and my work, and that's so exciting when I'm just sitting here like a hermit in my room. So I hope you loved this little studio mode branding glow up as much as I did. It just feels like all the files in my mind are now organized and I'm feeling much more refreshed and ready to go and ready to grow and create new works for you guys. So keep a lookout for the next video when we start investigating ways that I can make more accessible art for you guys out there, and also keep a lookout on SALA exhibition actually opening. That will be very exciting. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I'll catch you next time. Uru.